Today I bought and tested different gel blasters from different companies to see which ones you should buy and which ones you should not buy, and to answer the question, are gel blasters better than nerf blasters? We're going to be categorizing these blasters is not from how good they are or how much I bought them for, but the retail price that they come in. And so we're going to start off number one, which is the Nerf Pro Gel Fire Igniter. This blaster comes with the blaster itself, one pair of iPro, and 1,000 dehydrated gellets. These are not the same gellets. These are actually X-Shot ones. I just do not have the original 1,000 pack because this was the first blaster I actually ever bought. And do not buy this as your first blaster, and I'll show you why. Well, I'll tell you why. These things are basically impossible to see on camera, I think. So, yeah, first we'll go over the features, which is it has one tactical rail on the top and one tactical rail on the bottom. It features a safety right here. I do not like the safety. The trigger is also not that good, and it features a T-pole prime. Oh, you could actually see that. Huh. Yeah, I think you guys saw that, right? Yeah, so, yeah. These things do shoot pretty fast, but they basically max out at range about 120 feet. And they also max out 250 FPS at the most. You only can find a couple blasters that shoot that fast. Yet my biggest complaint about this, which makes it really bad, is it curves. The rounds completely curve. You haven't seen this on this for some reason. None of them are actually curving on when I'm shooting it right now. But whenever else I actually shoot it, it always curves. And it will curve random directions. And you might be thinking, oh, that's probably a common problem with gel fire blasters and hyper gel blasters, which is X-Shot's one. And actually, it's not always that big of a problem. And yeah, this thing, I don't know why it does that. But yeah, enough rambling about the Igniter. It's a horrible blaster. I do not recommend buying it unless you find it for under $4. The retail price is $8, and you can typically find it for about $4 on Amazon. Target.com. And now on to the next blaster, which is the Nerf Pro Gel Fire Legion. Yeah, Legion. So this guy comes in at $15 USD retail price, and it comes with 5,000 rounds of dehydrated ammunition, which in other countries it comes with 300 rounds of hydrated ammunition, other than the US, and I think Canada has the same as the US. But yeah, here's an actual pack from Nerf. This is the only pack I have from Nerf, even though I've bought about 25 of these 5,000 packs. But yeah, now onto the features of the blaster. It features a safety right down here. It is better than the safety on the Igniter, but it's still not the best. This is basically as good as the safeties for Nerf Pro Gel Fire get, except for the Quadrant, which has an amazing safety. I love that safety. You prime this by pulling back like that, but for some reason it will lock sometimes. It has a midway lock, kind of like the X-Shot Fury X. It has a 130 round hopper and a tactical rail under the barrel and the tactical rail down here. It features a sort of like the gel fire version of an N-Strike barrel log. The only barrels you can actually put on this are the barrel from the Mythic and the barrel from the reskin version of the Mr. Beast Mythic. And yeah, so yeah, you don't have many options. They're basically the same thing, just in different colors. And they probably don't help whatsoever. And yeah. as pretty obvious from shooting, it's way easier to see these rounds than it was on the igniter, because it doesn't actually even say how fast this thing shoots, because this was like one of, if not the first gel fire blaster, so they messed up hard on this thing. It is a piece of crap except for the grip. It only shoots about 80 FPS to 90 FPS, so yeah, it's kind of accurate, but that's just because it doesn't go that far. And yeah, in short terms, this is also not that good. And sorry about not saying it, but for the igniter, I'd say probably avoid that one unless you find it for under $4. And for this one, basically the same thing. I can recommend it a little bit more, even though it shoots slower than the igniter, just because of the higher capacity. And I actually picked this one up for not retail price, half off. Typically can find it for less than half off, which is why I would actually recommend picking it up if it's less than $7.50, which is what I bought it for. The retail price is $15 USD, and the same with the X-Shot Clutch, which is the next one I'm going to be showing you, is also $15 USD. And yeah, I'd say probably avoid this one actually. But yeah, now on to the next blaster, which is an X-Shot Clutch. This blaster features a sight on the top and a really cool hopper system, which we'll get into in the next. It comes with, for some reason, it does have these packets, but instead of coming with 1,000 packets, it comes with 10 of these 500 packets. I only have a few of them left. Hey, here's some of them, yeah. So yeah, they're 500 packets. That's weird. And then, yeah, the features of this blaster, there's one really cool feature, but in terms of like safeties and stuff, there's a tactical rail. You basically can't put anything on this tactical rail from like from X-Shot attachments. It's pump action. Yeah, you can barely see this one because it shoots better than either of the blasters yet. I personally picked mine up for $11.99 USD, which was $3 off, and that is an amazing price for this blaster. $15 USD is still an amazing price. And the cool things about this blaster, it features this like mag hopper, and it does not work like other mags where it has a gear system. It actually is just like basically a down hopper. Also on the other automatic, the $70 automatic blaster, it's the Trace Fire. Also features the same system, but yeah, there's this little latch here. Flick that open, pour some rounds. Let me get some. Unfortunately, it does not drain out water, so you cannot just dump this in. The bigger blaster from X-Shot that I'll show you later in this video does have that. But yeah, you just put some rounds in there. And then if you're running low on ammo in the top hopper here, then what you do, so you can see, I'm just going to fire some more. So yeah, there's a little bit of ammo in here. And now I close that up, and the rounds will go into there and fall into the other hopper. Typically a few of them stay down there. The top hopper holds about 100 to 150 rounds, and the bottom says it holds 400, as shown right there. And yeah, it has a mag release. I don't know if I can call it that, but yeah, there's a safety here. There's also a sling loop right here on the handle, and I believe there's no other sling loops anywhere else. Also, technically on the Legion, there's also a sling loop, which is right here. So I guess you could maybe like put a strap on here and do what Wacom does a lot with some blasters. But yeah, on to the next blaster, which is the $20 Nerf Quadrant. And this is where the blasters get really good from Nerf Gel Fire, around the $20 range. Everything under that is typically garbage. Unless it's on sale. And I bought this on sale. This is 20 USD, but I bought mine for 10 USD. And it comes with a 5,000 rounds pack of dehydrated rounds, and it features a 400 round top hopper And it features double barrel. It's pump action. And this thing shoots a crazy amount of rounds at once. I mean crazy. It's like, I've had shots where it shot over 8 at once, which is absolutely crazy. And you can get your opponent killed in one shot if you manage to hit them really well. So I've got some of my rounds in here, and just pour it like that. And pump. And I hope you guys can see this because this thing shoots up to 150 FPS, so a little bit less than the igniter, but it shoots a lot more. So it means the spring's a lot better. And yeah, you saw that. I could see that watching the camera. It shoots a crazy amount of gellets at once. Maybe I can get that. Oh, dang it. Did you guys see that? Yeah. Yeah, now we are out of ammo. This thing is I definitely recommend buying this thing if you want to get gel blasters. This is the best one. Oh, and clutch, 100% you should buy this one too. And both of these are better than regular nerf dart blasters because this thing shoots like 80 to 100 feet, but it shoots a crazy amount of rounds at once. That thing shoots like 100 plus feet. And yeah, both of these are pretty easy to prime, and they're crazy fun to use. I love playing with these blasters, and yeah, both of these recommend. Keep in mind though, this is 20 USD. Sometimes it goes on sale for 10. And it's also a Target exclusive. None of the other blasters on this list will be Target exclusives, and you can find them in various other places. Now on to the 2-pack of the blasters. This 2-pack, it is the Nerf Gel Fire dual wield pack. And it comes with 2 of these dual wield blasters. And the cool thing about these is you do not have to prime them. What it does, I hope you can see that spring there. You can see there's this little white piece that goes back when you pull the trigger. It basically primes the spring each time you pull the trigger to basically semi-automatic mode. And yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, but the unfortunate thing, which we don't really have to deal with though, is the price tag, because this thing only comes with 5,000 rounds of dehydrated ammunition, but it does come with 2 pairs of Ipro. I haven't shown these in a while. It comes with 2 pairs of those. Oh, and the X-Shot ones are different. They have this red part on the back, just to show you guys that. And yeah, these things are really fun to use. And you can find them like really cheap, like $12.50 on Target.com, and like as low as $8.30 for both of these on Amazon, which is an absurdly cheap amount of money. These guys feature safeties down here, which are this is one of my favorite safeties, other than the quadrants. And there's also an iron sight built into the hopper. The hopper opens by just doing that. And yeah, these things are really fun. I definitely recommend them. And let me get some rounds into the hopper so I can show you how they shoot. So they're the most fun when you duel with them. Although if you have friends that are using like the $15 X-Shot clutch or the $20 quadrant, it's not gonna be good for you if you just have one of these. If you have 2 of them, it's better. It's just because of the ammo capacity, and these things don't shoot the craziest FPS. So yeah, and also I'd recommend always, unless you have absurdly long fingers, I'd recommend always dual fingering this, because otherwise it is really hard to shoot. But yeah, these things are really fun. Definitely recommend these. And now on to the craziest and biggest one, which is the X-Shot HPG 700. It's got this name. I don't know what the HPG stands for, but 700 is for the 700 round magazine. It has a motor that runs rounds up through this little thingy up to the gun where it shoots them out through the barrel, and there is a crazy amount of features. First of all, let's get through all the things it comes with. Oh, also I forgot to say this. The clutch comes with one of these. Every single gel blaster for X-Shot comes with one of these things you can hold rounds in. Like, this one comes with one of them too. And yeah, this blaster comes with you know those 1,000 packs of X-Shot gellets? Let me grab one pack of them from earlier. Well, it uses those ones, and it comes with 20 of those. So 20,000 rounds for one blaster. The features include a barrel that you can detach. You can take that part off, and you can take this part off. I'd recommend having both of them off at all times because it's just better for the blaster. You just press this mag release, rounds will fall out, kind of like the Nerf N-Series mags, and you just open that up, pour rounds in, and then there's this connector that uses the same battery that for the main blaster to power this one, and also this is a rechargeable battery that is hidden right here, and it doesn't have like a screw or anything, it's just that. It features 4 tactical rails, all of which are usable. There's one down here, one here, one here, and one here. It has a detachable stock, and it also has the sight that's movable and removable. It features single shot and full auto. Oh, and safe. And then the coolest feature, in my opinion, is the feature of being able to switch from low power, medium power, and high power. High power is close to 200 FPS, sometimes more, sometimes less. Medium is about 170, and low is about 140 to 150. I typically use low just because I play with other kids that are way younger, and they don't like being hit with 200 FPS, of course. Who the heck wants to be able to? But, yeah. Let me load this up, and I can show you it's firing. And I'm going to put it on low power, because if I put it on high, I don't know if you'll be able to see the shots. I will just put it on high for like a shot or two, just to see if it's possible. Also, by the way, if this video reaches over 10 likes, I will make a part 2 where I buy more gel blasters and test them out. And on any videos that have gel blasters in them, comment what blaster you would like me to review from this gel. And yeah, I'll put it in the next video if I make another. And yeah, hope you can see these rounds. Oh yeah, you can see that. Now full auto. Yeah, it's crazy. This thing shoots at least 12 rounds per second. And then, yeah, and then let's put it on high power full auto. Yeah, you can barely see that. And shoot it up on. Full auto. And I'm almost done with it. And because this is an AGB, as I like to call them, it's not an AEB or an AEG, it's an automatic electric gel blaster. And yeah, it has a lot of kick because of that. It is It has like the highest amount of knockback I've ever felt in a Nerf blaster or gel blaster before. It is crazy how much knockback it has. Especially on full auto. Like, if you don't have a brace on that, you're going to be incredibly inaccurate. You can see it's vibrating, and then compared to, let's see, the clutch. Barely any. Yeah, so, yeah, that is all the blasters that I got, and then I'm going to go into 2 products that I purchased. They're gel blaster related. The first one is the Nerf Pro Gel Fire Ammo Pouch. This thing holds up to 5,000 rounds of hydrated ammo. You just unscrew this and pour some rounds in through there. And then once they've all hydrated, the best part about it, you take the nut off and you can strain out all the extra water you have to making it just the gellets, which is really nice. And then, yeah, that guy, I bought this for $5, not $5,000, that'd be absurd. And it came with 10,000 rounds of dehydrated Nerf Pro Gel Fire rounds. And then the other thing I bought was from X-Shot, and that is the 2,000 pack of dehydrated Hyper Gel rounds. And this thing you can buy at only Target's. Well, they have a different version at Walmart, so it just has a different cap. And that costs like the same price. But yeah, retail price $10. The retail price of the hydrating pack was also $10. I bought my thing of this for $5.59. I bought that for $5. All the blasters will be in my link in the description. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this.